Yeah, hi there. This is Michael Buckoff from BetterTOEFLScores.com, and these comments are for Christina. And I'm going to take a look at, looks like you're doing, of my 7-step system to pass the TOEFL iBT, you're doing the second practice test. I gave you a little bit more time on this one, so you took 40 minutes, and here's a question. Dancing plays an important role in the culture. Some people disagree with this statement. Others agree. I believe that dancing is part of every culture. This is what you say, right? So the question is, do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Okay. The main thing is, if you agree, why? Now, in that first paragraph, it's too short. You're probably looking for about 100 to 150 to 100 words. You also need a specific thesis. You say you believe that dancing is part of every culture, but why not briefly explain why? What are the key components of dancing which makes it important? So let's go to your second paragraph. You say, when we travel all over the world, we can see how dancing represents the culture and the nationality of each country. Pretty close. So you want to make sure that that topic sentence goes back to why it's an important role in the culture. So it represents the culture and the nationality. Your second paragraph, your ideas are too broad. You need to be more specific than that, but because you don't really have a sharply focused thesis, your topic sentence in this paragraph is overly general. You say, for example, I am from Armenia. In my country, we have our traditional dance. If I would translate it in English, the meaning of the dance is dancing is for the freedom. It has very deep cultural meaning and connects our current life with old Armenian history. Historically, our country, I would change this to, was used to fight a lot for freedom. Throughout our history, this old Armenian dance keeps our tradition and cultural beliefs. I would spell that I-E-F-S. Represents the culture and nationality of each country. But why not, instead of saying each country, which is a really broad idea, state for your country of Armenia. So I don't know, you're too broad, I think, in that topic sentence. You don't really get into some really specific details there. So your third paragraph, you say, in addition, there are certain aspects of this dance, such as costumes and movements, can also show the importance of our history. That's a good key point. So history. So there are historical importance to dance, and there's also a cultural and national importance of dance of each country. So you say, we can see how powerful our people were when they were fighting for land and freedom. For instance, dancers usually wear the bright outfit, which can represent victory of each war. The dancing style and movements can also show the courage and desire of all Armenian people, show the desire all Armenian people had before. Okay, so I don't know, you already mentioned about how fighting for freedom was important in that second paragraph, and you're still focusing on that idea in this paragraph. Your conclusion, you say there is no doubt about an importance, I would say the importance of the dance in every culture. It can represent the history and tradition of every country with the dancing styles and costumes. Okay, so probably your essay here, you're looking at maybe 3.5 out of 5. So I think it'll be tough for this to get more than 20 points out of 30 in the TOEFL iBT. So specifically, you need a more developed introduction with a more sharply focused thesis. You probably want to get into 3 different body paragraphs as opposed to 2, and try to have more specific details to support your generalizations. It all comes to your thesis, how focused you are in the beginning. And because you weren't really focused in the first paragraph, you didn't end up being very focused in the rest of the essay. The good news is you actually have, I think, fairly good grammar and good vocabulary. You have demonstrated that you do understand how to use academic English, and you can write about these kinds of things, and you're not avoiding the more complicated grammars. grammar in your writing. For example, you're using the if, I would type grammar, which was good. You use words like for instance, in addition, for example. Those are also good. In conclusion. So you're definitely using transition words to kind of connect the different ideas together, and that's also good. But still, you're probably going to have some trouble with this particular essay. So anyway, good to hear from you. Thanks for doing the practice test. So just remember, next time, a more developed introduction with a more sharply focused thesis. And then try to give more specific details in your body paragraphs that you have. Alrighty? Bye-bye.